Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to reading for the month of July 2022. This is a general reading with messages meant for those with Capricorn in their birth chart. However, cross watchers are welcome. Please take into consideration that rules of the individuals or energies identified in this reading may be swapped, and that the intensity of the energy or situation may vary. So take whatever resonates and leave behind for others whatever does not. We're going to start off with this Celtic cross reading and close off the reading with some oracle cards. In the current situation, you have Seven of Pentacles. What crosses or complements? You have Nine of Pentacles. Above, you have Two of Pentacles. Below, Ten of Pentacles. In the past, Six of Pentacles. A lot of pentacles. Okay, your current view or attitude of the situation, you have Eight of Swords. Your environment, you have Ten of Swords. Your hopes and fears, you have this Justice card. In the position of the near future, you have Two of Swords, and in the outcome, you have Four of Swords. So it's interesting. You pretty much have just Pentacles and Swords, although you have the Justice card. This is the card associated with the with Libras, and they are also an air or air element or swords. So it's kind of what you have going on has to do with a sense of value, what you want for yourself in the material world, a sense of securities, and then how you go about thinking about what it is you can accomplish. So with the Seven of Pentacles, it's a sense of investing in something, being, this could be a job, this could be education, this could be a financial investment, a business of some sort, something where you actually have to tend to it and you have to nurture it. It may be that you were hoping it would be a little bit more. With the Nine of Pentacles, it's as if the rewards of those investments have already come about and enjoying the fruits of your labor. But here it's a sense of it's not quite there yet. And in this past position with the Six of Pentacles, this is a card of charity, of kind of balancing wants and needs. This could be, to some degree, perhaps you asked for, help, financial help to even do this. This could be in the form of like asking for a loan from the bank, or asking for, or not even asking, having your education paid for by family members, or by government assistance, scholarship, something along those lines. With the Two of Pentacles being above you in the position of the conscious mind, it's a sense of, possibly juggling different career paths, juggling multiple jobs, and having the ability to do things, but really trying to find your footing and what, you enjoy versus, just having to do. In the position of the unconscious mind, it may be, this is like a motivating factor that you might not even really be aware of working in the background. But the Ten of Pentacles is a sense of, legacy, being, having material success, security, enjoying all that with those that you love, being able to provide for yourself and provide for others. So this is interesting that you have Eight of Swords in your attitude of the situation, as if there is like you feel like there's you're stuck, you're restricted, you can't really move forward for like to get where you want to go. And usually this is just a limiting mindset. You have the power to see what your options are, or even see around you. With the Ten of Swords being in your environment, this is external forces that influence you. So this could be, other people criticizing, but it could be other people having pursued certain paths that you're on and been betrayed by, partners, or stabbed in the back by other people, or it's just been a painful process for them. But regardless, there is a concept of, okay, now you know this result. There's a new dawn ahead and new opportunities. So with the Justice card and your hopes and fears, it's a sense of balance and, understanding cause and effect, but it's also a sense of like mercy and severity. Like if you are working on something and putting in your hard work, then that's, like, I guess, the cause, and the effect is that you're hoping for some type of monetary outcome. But then the fear is that if you're not being true to yourself and you're just doing things for the money, then the money won't come. That kind of concept. And so here in the near future with the Two of Swords, it's being at a place of stalemate, not really making a decision. But if you make the decision, or if you even take the blindfold off, you'll see that there's new opportunities, new lands behind this individual here. So it could be that there's a question of if it's worth investing in more what you're trying to do. And it really does depend on what the intentions were. If you started out thinking, I'm doing this just for the end result, I'm just doing this to reap the rewards of this specific outcome, versus I am invested in this, I am connected to this, I'm thriving doing this, and whatever the outcome will be, I will enjoy it. So it really kind of depends on that. And it seems that with a Four of Swords here in the outcome, there's going to be a period of time where you're withdrawing and kind of getting some rest from what you've been working on and getting a sense of clarity. So let's take a look at the Seven of Pentacles. You have the Page of Wands. So it seems like to some degree, there was an initial desire to try something, to try this endeavor, to express yourself in a way. It could be that, you were wanting to, like, show that you can bring something to life. And that seems to have been the initial spark related to that. And for some of you, it's kind of like you want to try something else. So let's take a look at the Six of Pentacles in the past then. Queen of Pentacles. Okay. So it kind of indicates maybe someone encouraged you to go this path or gave you money to go this path that you're on. But it seems that this was an opportunity that maybe was supported by others more than you kind of like genuinely going that route. But let's take a look at the Nine of Pentacles. You have the High Priestess. And this is a card of inner knowing, a card of like grace and really being connected to yourself and everything around you. So it's as if you started here with a naive sense of something and you're hoping to be at this point. For some of you, you might be in this point. You might have, started a profession and that's what you wanted to do. And now that you have the money, and you've been in it for a while and you're good at what you do, you're just thinking, is this really filling you up in an emotional level, in a spiritual level? So let's take a look at the Two of Pentacles above. You have Eight of Pentacles, so it does kind of indicate, negotiating or doing multiple jobs, figuring out what job you're best at, like that you feel fulfilled by and have a future of financial security. Ten of Pentacles clarified by the world, a sense of accomplishment and completion. So it's really you're wanting all these things, and the sense of accomplishment, the sense of security, wealth, purpose. But then it's as if you are kind of stuck. So let's take a look at the Eight of Swords. You have the Ten of Cups. Interesting. Well, in the traditional Ten of Cups, there's like parent figures and kids dancing in the background and house off in the distance, but it all occurs on a stage. So there is that question of whether or not the Ten of Cups are reflective of true happiness, or it is going through the motions of something to reflect true happiness, or just thinking that that's what the goal is. But also the Ten of Cups is about being able to go through the different emotions in the Ten of Cups, just to experience those different emotions and still be connected with the people that you care about, being there for each other as you go through those emotions. So to some degree, it's there is that question of whether or not you're ultimately on this path of material success and security, and where that is really going to leave you emotionally. So let's take a look at the Ten of Swords in the environment. Six of Wands. That's a card of victory. So it's interesting that your attitude brings about cups, and there's like no other cups here. Your attitude is, it might even be that you don't need this, sense of family. Maybe you're someone who is good with material things, and you feel that having kids or having to do family stuff is more like a time suck. and that basically this concept that your environment is just, it could be just other people who have just not overthought, but maybe they went on this path and they kind of didn't find what they were seeking, or they like pushed aside all other things they thought they wanted to pursue this path, and they ended up, that ended up being their own demise, and that this sense of victory that they were going for was not reached, or that they needed to get to this point in order to pursue what they truly wanted. And what they truly want is recognition from the community. So let's take a look at your hopes and fears in this Justice card. Queen of Wands. So here it seems like, this initial Page of Wands here, the hope is that the effect will be this Queen of Wands, this more pursuing your passion, being like an entrepreneur, almost in a sense of leading. I don't know why I'm thinking of, fashion, art, being in a place of where everyone's following you and you're just drawing attention. But in terms of getting there, whatever initial spark with this Page of Wands, it's almost as if there's a question of this, whether the Queen of Wands would be the effect if everything else is just material and mental processes. So let's take a look at the Two of Swords. Queen of Cups. So there's a desire to tap into this, your intuition, to connect emotionally, and to be connected to something outside of yourself. But there's also that the fear of connecting emotionally as well. So let's take a look at the Four of Swords over here. You have the Wheel of Fortune. So it does seem that this is going to be leading up to some time where you really need to rest and reflect and recognize that things are going to change. And so where you started here, it's changing, and it's not exactly where you want it to be. So if it keeps changing, like what was your initial, what you wanted initially, what do you want now? I'm going to pull one more card to see where that Wheel of Fortune, where it can reveal what it can reveal. You have this Death card. And so it's leading you to some deep spiritual lessons about what you need to let go of in terms of what's not for your best and highest good, and how to really embrace the new dawn ahead, that those in your environment have also had to do. But here it seems like there is going to be some trying times. This is not a quick process. This transformation is something where it might create some emotions, and it seems like that is something you've been really not connecting with for whatever reasons. So let's take a look, or not saying not entirely connecting with, but I think it's interesting how you have here the only cup cards that I'm seeing. You have the Ten of Cups and the Queen of Cups. These are amazing cards for connecting emotionally, being happy, being in a loving relationships with yourself and community. And the cards that are clarifying it, you both have like blindfolds on. So to some degree, it's not seeing something clearly about these concepts when it comes to love, and affecting how you make choices and moving forward. So let's take a look at some oracle cards to get advice from the universe. You have this card of community. So this is this concept of Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, and even the Six of Wands here, and the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands, like basically a sense of wanting to connect. And this is a card of connecting with others, connecting to something outside of yourself that's greater than what you on your own can accomplish. So let's pull one more card to see how this sense of community plays into the reading. You have stepping into power. You are strong beyond measure. So here it's kind of reminding me of this card here, the Page of Wands, of really how it is you are kind of directing your journey right now. And it does seem like you are coming into a position of power. And then there's that question of, what do you do with it? Do you go on this quest on your own? Nine of Pentacles is a card of independence, and there is financial security there. But in the Nine of Pentacles, this individual is alone. So here it's a sense of, being in, you kind of advancing in your life, becoming more powerful, having the choice of where to put your attention, and kind of deciding, is that on yourself? Is it on community? And I think it's also interesting here in the environment with the Ten of Swords and this sense of recognition from the community. So here it seems that July is going to be a doozy for you. So I'm hoping this provides a helpful perspective of the month. To get more information about what's ahead, check out readings for your sun, moon, and rising signs. This is what I have, and we'll see you next time. Take care.